I'm All Hail the Queen, and this is Royalty in Real Life podcast. My podcast is all about empowerment, development, both professionally and personally. It is Mother's Day, so I was very inspired to talk about what this day means to me. Every day is Mother's Day, from the day that I conceived my child to the day that my child was born. Every day is a day to celebrate in light of that. So happy Mother's Day. This is All Hail the Queen. Welcome to Royalty in Real Life podcast. And what I want to say to my daughter is that she is a power. You are a power. You are a force to be reckoned with. You are an incredible influence, and you have influenced me in so many ways. You've influenced me in so many ways, and me as an adult, as somebody that has life experience, as somebody that's been hurt. I believe in love. I believe in being a good person and doing good in the world, refreshing my mind and my soul and my spirit to say it is possible to continue to be great and to do great things in the world, not being negatively impacted, but in a way that reflects me as being greater. I'm inspired in seeing you and the beauty that you are. So when I look at my daughter and I'm so inspired, I want her to see herself. Her name is Evie, and it means energy and strength. And wanting my daughter to see the meaning of her name and the value that it is and the value that she is in herself and her truth. As a mom, for me to see my daughter and to see her beauty, and I just want her to see her beauty and admire herself. She does. She appreciates herself. She loves herself. She speaks highly of herself. We're honest in critiquing ourselves. So just seeing her beauty and wanting her to see her beauty, my message to my daughter is see your beauty. Your beauty is your value, is your worth in this life, and it is your power. You have to see your beauty. See your beauty the way that everybody else sees. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel that is now H&I Royalty. High Royalty, HI Royalty TV on YouTube. I think my subscriptions are visible to my subscribers. I created the YouTube channel to inspire her, to send messages to her during a time where we weren't able to communicate with one another normally. I also created my podcast to further my message and highlight all of our truth, to empower her, to secure her, to show her that I'm present and she can count on me always. And these are messages that I feel that is extremely valuable to a growing child, boy or girl, and especially to a girl, especially to a daughter, to my daughter. Reflect the beauty that we are as girls. There's a lot of value in being a girl. There's a lot of value in being a woman. There's a lot of value in being identified as a princess, identified as a queen. There are expectations and standards that are included with this type of identification. My daughter and myself have endured a lot of undue stress and hardships. It's just been so disrespectful to our power. It's been so disrespectful to our life, our truth, the actual true authority that we actually have in our real lives. And this is the type of authority that they don't have. And that's truly bothersome. That's what they are. They're garbage. And when I start stuttering and trying to dance around my words, my own words, that's when it becomes a struggle, because I feel like I'm not saying what I really want to say. I have a style about my communication style is very nice. I can communicate very nicely without saying all those ugly words, because they're ugly and the incident and the situation was ugly. So of course I'm going to start using the ugly vocabulary when describing them, but I am not ugly. So I don't want to use those ugly words. I have my own truth and I exert authority in my own life. If somebody arrives and knocks at my door right now, I have the authority to say, stand back. Exerting your own authority in your own life respectfully. Happy Mother's Day to all the women out there. And to all the girls and the daughters. I really do believe that girls and daughters, like we're already mothers. Like we're born with this type of responsibility. We have a characteristic. We're like already responsive, and we're already really sensitive, and we like to nurture and care for things, and that's like really maternal. I'm just like, is that a mom thing to cry a lot and to be emotional? It's almost like we're branded like we're crybabies or something, like, oh, women are just so overly emotional. My emotions, I'm very much empowered in my emotions, and don't be on the wrong side of it. Period. My deep voice is starting to emerge. So I'm very much a lady. I'm very much well-mannered. Despite all of the insulting comments, and that wasn't God, okay? I'll tell you right now, that wasn't God communicating something to me. I will only reflect my truth. Okay. My daughter she seems to be angry at me, but she's not really angry. She's angry at the situation. She's angry at the circumstances, and it's just a matter of being able to communicate that properly and effectively. And I am in place to show her how to communicate that we say what we mean and we mean what we say. So on this beautiful Mother's Day, shout out to my baby love, my daughter. She is literally my love, the love of my life. I'm talking about love right now on Mother's Day. There's a lot of songs and movies and romanticized experiences in everyday life that is very much centered or influenced in a love story. There's so many like broken hearts in the world, and I really feel for those broken hearts. I myself, being someone that has had a broken heart, love is something that I find to be true and genuine and sincere as a mom to my child. That's the only real love that I've ever experienced. To being inspired and being motivated, really appreciate everything in my life and seeing everything in my life as valuable. Like my beliefs are valuable, my ideas are valuable, my life that I am living with my daughter is incredibly valuable. Her life is incredibly valuable. The influence that I have in being involved in her life is incredibly valuable. I've only been able to see that and appreciate that in my position as a mom, in my experiences as a mom. Despite all of the hateful comments about me and my motherhood, when I start to really talk about our story, show the paperwork, how they basically ran my name through the dirt, make me seem as though I was the worst mom ever, and I'm not. I'm a great mom. I'm now recognizing that we've been in a war, we've not been equipped, we've not been trained to handle any of the experiences. There's a full-on war going on, and we're not innocent bystanders being blown to smithereens, right? We are very much capable of being in position. We have land here. We have property here. This belongs to us. And I know this sounds really like heavy and serious. Like, has anybody seen their TV or the news? There's wars happening everywhere. And what I don't respect is anybody that takes advantage of such circumstances, anybody that takes advantage of somebody in a vulnerable situation, somebody that's in need, and somebody else seeing that as an opportunity to take advantage. I don't respect that. I feel like there's been a war that's been trying to keep us, like, they've been trying to destroy our family. That's serious business. I really do believe it's because I'm a woman, because I'm a girl. They feel like they're taking candy from a baby. It's the end for them, period. Now is the time to be a force for good, to be influential, to use your story as inspiration to yourself, as a reminder to yourself of the resilience that you are, the beauty that you are, the courage, the strength, and the bravery that you exude effortlessly. Okay, that a lot of folks have to go to training. They have to go enroll in a school, in a course, to be all of the things that you are naturally. So that is a lot of power. That is a lot in your truth to create the life that you want, to see yourself reflected in the life that you create, literally your dream life. Nightmares, I'm not talking about those dreams. I'm talking about your dreams, your wants, your goals, your wishes. This is naturally, it's a matter of time that you start to really see your truth the same way that I have to see my truth, to where I want to see more of myself. I want to see myself reflected in the life that I'm created. I want to see the dreams that I have in my heart materialize. All of our wishes, like our wishes really do come true. We have the power to make our dreams come true, to make our wishes come true. We have the power to do that. And our power is even more greater. Our truth is greater. Because when I talk about power, that can be intimidating to a lot of people. I've seen, like, they're nervous, and I've seen grown men be nervous. I've seen their hands shake. Okay? Their hands shake because my power is that strong. Like I said, I want to be a force for good. My power should not intimidate anybody. That's not what I walked in the room to do, but I'm also not going to make myself small to make everybody else comfortable. And I happen to be big. that's just the way God made me. Okay, that's just the way God made me, and I'm not sorry about it. I want to inspire everybody else. Take any part of your truth in your life, in your story, and highlight every part of that to say, I represent myself in every way that I can, highlight the truth. Like, I was born and this is my name and this is how I'm empowering myself. And it's very necessary to highlight this and to always live and breathe in this. Highlight all the best parts of yourself and all the ways that you love yourself and that you can appreciate yourself. Let's talk about power. You have power. You have power and I have power. We have a lot of power and there is a serious hunger for power. We have a lot of power. Why do we care about having power? Because we have this one life. We have this one life to live. And if we're not in power, somebody else will be trying to take over, trying to control us, trying to tell us what to do and where to go and how to be. And we have to be able to say, no, I'm in power. I make the choice. This is my choice. This is my life and my choice. If somebody has like an ultimatum, if somebody tries to position themselves to try to manipulate the situation or try to basically corner somebody into making a choice or a decision when really they don't have any real life authority actually, and they don't have that type of power in real life. There's so much that we can accomplish to put an end to some of the suffrage that we've endured all these many years as a woman and as a girl in this world. Like, somebody should have told us the power that we have and the ability that we have to influence and make a difference in this world. And somebody really should have told us that being in power and being a mustache sporting feminist, no, I mean being in power with your feminine energy. These boots are far more slay. Like, these boots are far more slay than some dusty work boots. Like, I look good in a pair of steel toe boots. No, I really do. But these boots are really, like, these are fierce, okay? Power, being in power, there's so many ways that I can highlight the way that my power reflected in my actions. I had no idea when somebody was basically disrespecting me, and I had no idea how to maneuver around that, and I do now. So when I talk about the disrespect and the undue hardships that I've endured, the level of disrespect is beyond. I was thrown all about. I was slapped around. I was assaulted. I was abused. I was mishandled. It was said in so many ways, both verbally, physically. It affected me so much. Like, I had no choice but to invest in my mental health and my well-being. For example, the holiday season, I was very depressed. Like, they affected me to where I don't want to celebrate holidays. Being away from someone that you love is affect your mental health, affect your emotional health and well-being. It's very much a vulnerable time. Back on the topic of being in power. So I did a lot of self-improvement, a lot of mental health healing. I created my podcast in 2020 during quarantine, during the pandemic, on what was Anchor is now Spotify. Royalty in Real Life podcast. Subscribe to me on Spotify and Apple. It was a personal journal. And this is me just sharing my journal, sharing my experiences. And there's a lot that can be learned from my experience. And I understand the value in this. I kind of felt like in my mental illness tells me that the world stopped for me. The world stopped for me to get better and to be well. I really do believe that. And I know that sounds crazy. But on this topic of power, the world has completely stopped and everything is on lockdown because I have now entered into a new realm of reality. I have now entered into this world of mental health that was completely new to me. The Homegirl Hell is another YouTube channel that I have where I'll talk more about my mental health, etc., and what my diagnoses are and how it's affected me and how I'll be able to empower and teach others of, how to live a life, the life that we deserve to have, a quality of life that we deserve to have despite those type of disabilities or limitations and those type of challenges. That just makes life feel unfair sometimes, which kind of triggers a lot of depression. Understand that we can live a great quality of life despite those type of challenges. Like, be determined to live, be determined to own your life, and be determined to live in your truth. Be determined to live in your truth. Say, no, my name is All Hail the Queen. There's a little bit of anger in there, and I think there's a good amount of healthy anger. It is very motivational. Putting to rest the insulting, disrespectful lies that have been said about me, the necessariness of understanding the truth that I am, the power that I have, and the authority like exerting authority in my life, in my own life. Okay. I'm not one of these people out here in the world trying to exert my authority unnecessarily upon other people. I believe in everybody having their own independent freedoms and the freedoms that are upheld and withheld within the limits of the Constitution of this great country. Exerting your own authority in your own life respectfully. And it makes a difference. It makes all the difference in a great way, in a major way. So, onwards and upwards, despite all of the insulting comments, so words have a lot of power. And there's a lot of people, what they call standing on business, right? Where they're saying things and they mean it. When we think about the casualties or the tragedies and the fatalities are in the high numbers out there. And a lot of that could have been avoided had somebody been a little bit more cautious about the words that they use. So the words in itself have a lot of power. I do believe in the power of the tongue. You know, if anybody's kind of reckless with their words, it could mean life or death. The difference now, I won't be moved so easily. And I understand that I have the power of consent. I have the power to say whether I'll move left, right, forward, or backwards. And I do believe in moving forwards. I do believe in moving onwards and upwards. I do believe that it is my authority, my power that tells me and tells everybody else whether or not I'm willing to make that move and whether or not I won't. Whereas before, I was just kind of following directions and instructions. I really did believe that everybody had the best interest, like that everybody meant well. And that wasn't the case. I mean, look at me. I'm gorgeous. I'm beautiful. And I was good then and I'm better now. And I'm getting better and I'm greater. And I think it really hurts them. It hurts them to the core to just see me being so resilient and so beautiful and so gorgeous. You know, my skin is glowing. I think it bothers them. My skin is glowing and now my hair is growing. You know, my hair is not falling out anymore. You know, and I'm not perfect. I don't claim to be perfect and I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm just living in my truth and in my power. Yeah, and we also live in a day and age where, I mean, everybody's just celebrating the imperfections of everybody else. It's kind of sad and it's kind of scary actually. It's like everybody's just falling apart. Like everybody's celebrating. It's like the world is on fire and everybody's just trying to throw a party. It's really crazy. Well, it inspires me to make a difference. I really do want to make a difference in my the power that I have with my voice, my influence that I've had. I've always been very influential in my life. I've seen it. I've seen the influence that I have in others, and that I do believe that my ability to influence others is threatening to somebody else. I've noticed how other people have moved other people, and so that I'm just kind of just quiet and in the corner. The way that influence works, like, is by being seen, being visible, being heard. If somebody is influenced with something that they see and they start to change and then I look like I did something wrong, you know, so maybe my influence in the past wasn't all that great, but I'm an adult now. I said previously, as they told me that that I wasn't a good influence, when really it was them. They weren't the good influence. Okay, the power of the influence that I have, I've seen it. I've influenced their life in the best ways. They start dressing like me, talking like me, doing things like me. It's really incredible to see. And I think this happens when I'm just sure of myself. I'm confident in my identity, in myself. So naturally, I think just being that force to be reckoned with, an attention magnet, you know, and everybody just kind of gravitates to a force that's more powerful than they are. Another highlight to power is being able to identify your own voice, okay? Because as somebody that is receptive, as an empath, receptive to what the universe is communicating in the spiritual realm as well, etc., etc. If I could skip the time in my life that I was admiring others, I can be giving that to myself. And I know that sounds selfish when we're all really human beings. That fact in itself, that everybody is a human being, is very empowering, okay? Because it takes away that illusion that that person is not a human being. No, I don't worship any human being on this planet. Not today, not tomorrow, never. I will never worship another human being. When I see my daughter as a teenager, and I was this way when I was a teenager as well, fangirling and admiring the beauty of other people, and that's great. It's great for us to admire art, all art forms of life, and being inspired is also see yourself. If you just look in the mirror and remind yourself of everything you've accomplished, everything you've achieved, celebrate all of your successes, you can actually find all the inspiration and motivation that you will ever need in this lifetime. And I can think of a time that I was looking in the mirror and something literally told me in my head, see what everybody else sees. And it was like, and that's when I started thinking, I think I'm kind of pretty. There's a part of me, because I grew up in a very abusive environment, where it's just like, oh, who told you that? That's not true, and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, in all honesty, I've never been called ugly, but all my life, I've always been the fat girl. Well, I declare now that I have conquered the spirit of obesity in my life. I'm a diamond, so I shine from multiple sides. Sometimes I'm shy, sometimes I'm fierce, sometimes I'm this, sometimes I'm that, whatever. I'm living my truth, period. That's it. Just as I am highlighting myself as All Hail the Queen, this is a shirt of mine that I created in 2013. A picture of me, and it has fire all around it. And my daughter loves this shirt. She loves this shirt, and I literally, like, I almost died. And her friend was asking her, oh, cool shirt. Who is that? And my daughter said, that's my mom. And I just felt like so, like, I almost died. Not like in the sense of like literally dying, but it was so special for me to see her, and the way she said it was like it meant something to her. It's like, yeah, that's my mom. Like, she was proud to say that. Like, someone that I actually care. Like, if I care about anybody's opinion, it's my daughter's opinion. If I care about if I care about having anybody's respect, it's my daughter. Like, I want her to have something to say about this. I want her to have something to say about it from her own perspective, and in it to be truthful and honest. In that moment, I do believe that was her honest, like, that was her truth. Like, she was speaking it from a place of truth, of that she loves and cares and respects and thinks her mom is a cool mom, okay? And that she's proud of her mom, okay? Because I am cringy. Like, I'm cringy. I'm really cringy. My daughter likes this shirt. It's actually one of the shirts that she likes. Her pictures, which she has this shirt on, and she has this shirt on very proudly. And I feel proud. I feel proud of myself, and I feel very inspired to create more, to inspire her more in the best way, in the greatest way. Because during this time that I created this shirt, it wasn't the best time either. But I always say the circumstances never defines me, and the situation can never define me. I will continue to highlight my truth and all that I am, no matter any type of situation or circumstances. I refuse. I will only reflect my truth. My name is Hell. So when I was growing up, a lot of people have said my name sounds like HE double hockey sticks. When I was growing up, I just kind of accepted that my name sounds like that. So when I created this shirt, my social media handle was Hell Flame. So I created this shirt. I really like the shirt. And so my daughter likes the shirt. She says that her friends have inquired about having a shirt as well. Maybe I should have been nice and just let them have a shirt. The friends that she has, I just feel like they're from a different time. And I'm all about the future. Like, we just need to move on with our life. It's not that those friends were there for her. She was there for them as well. I've seen the way that she goes above and beyond to appreciate her friends. She doesn't even see that to be as valuable as it is. I've seen the way that she just appreciates her friends, and I want to be sure that they appreciate her as well. And during the time that her friend was inquiring about one of my shirts, I just wasn't sure about whether or not, if the value of their friendship was meaningful enough to be able to share this, because this is something that I created that I want to kind of keep. So it's called merch. They can order a shirt. Anyways, her friends have inquired about the shirt. They want a shirt as well. And I think that that's super cool. I wanted to create a shirt of her as well, so that she can be proud and represent herself in this way. I can think of a time that she told me that my shirt was super cringe, and that nobody walks around with a picture of themselves on a shirt. And now it's this, mom, your shirt is I love your shirt, and my friends love your shirt, and they want a shirt now. That's super cute. My perspective of us and our life and our family is just the beauty that we are, and how the way that I want to celebrate us in this life as we're living it. I want my daughter and myself to celebrate our life, appreciate ourselves, and give ourselves the flowers. I want to give her flowers and give myself flowers in this lifetime while we're living and breathing in this life. To promote one another, it completely highlights our value and our power and our truth and our beliefs. This means everything. So yeah, allhailthequeen.bigcartel.com. So it's allhailthequeen.bigcartel.com. I tweeted the other day that the AI bot that is regulating the policies of the community guidelines on all the social media platforms is a racist. Reason that I say that is that why is it that everybody else is able to post all the nonsense, but I can't add a link in my video? It's just a link. It highlights to me my power. There's something about me that I truly believe in that has a lot of power. I think my words have a lot of impact. I'm being a force for good, and I truly am. I always have been. They will have to eventually respect the power. It's just a matter of time. Eventually, it'll happen. So I'm going to be teaching a lot of this. University of Me is ground zero, okay? And ground zero can start at any moment. So if there's anybody out there that feels like they're too old or life is over or why bother, it's a beautiful experience, and the evolution of me is happening right now. So everybody's witnessing that. Just by the looks of it, it's looking good already. Okay, you're now witnessing a true great experience. It's a lot of value in here. It's beautiful. It really is beautiful. It might be a little bit obvious. It might be in the sound or the tone of my voice and in some of my messages. I'm somewhat religious. I'm very spiritual. A lot of podcasters, like, they just ramble about absolutely nothing. There's no value in anything that they're presenting. So I just want to make a difference in that sense. This is because I, myself, as someone that truly appreciates value in every form, in every way, I wanted to be that to myself when I was in need of it. So the value that I'm presenting is as someone to someone was in need of that value. This isn't for anybody that thinks they have it all and they think they know it. They figured, they cracked the code or whatever, and they feel like they don't need the answers. I'm speaking to somebody such as myself 10 years prior to today's day. I'm speaking as a mother to my daughter, a teenager that's growing up in this world. I'm speaking to someone that is looking for the answers and looking for guidance, wanting to have more meaning, have meaning to your life, because there's a lot of what I see to be floaters, people that are just floating out there, or not really having a sense of purpose or intention, kind of being like an attachment of something that makes them feel good, when really, if all of that was taken away, and if everything was taken away, like, who are you? Like, when there is nothing else, if you didn't have any money or any materialistic possession, if everything was gone, who are you in that? If I was standing here naked, could I really stand here secure, confident, and true to myself and feel strong? Would I still be moving as confident as I am? I'm not talking from a place of wishful or hopeful thinking, okay? This is very much truth. Okay, I'm not talking from a place of ego. I'm talking from a place of truth and being empowered in my truth so much that my confidence it's reflecting in the way that I speak, the way that I move, the way that I dress, reflects in the way that I am. If anybody is interested in developing more personally and professionally, do subscribe to my channel and subscribe to the University of Me. You can start at any moment. Like, there are millionaires and billionaires that are talking about how they got started, like in their late 30s or their early 40s. So it's never too late to start fresh on a new idea. Life, as long as we're living, is meant to evolve. We're meant to evolve and grow and just be great. Subscribe to a greater sense of self. Subscribe to the betterment of yourself, your life, your future. Subscribe to a thorough understanding of values, of standards, to keep your standards and your expectations high and keep your tolerance low. Okay, so Mother's Day. I'm going to conclude this with protecting my daughter. That every mother is her daughter's best friend. Like, a daughter is her mother's best friend. I was a young mom and I never really had a lot of friends, didn't have a lot of family support. So it was very much just my daughter and myself. I've always seen her to be kind of my best friend. Also appreciating the relationship that my daughter and myself have as mother and daughter is so much more superior and significant. But having friendship, I believe, in our relationship as mother and daughter is also really great. We mean more to one another in this way. Just being a young mom and growing and developing myself, kind of exploring my own curiosities and developing on a personal level with myself. In court, they were basically telling me what a mother and daughter is supposed to be. I will never be what a mother is supposed to be. I will be me, and the type of mothering style that I have is my mothering style, and it's always been all right, my daughter has been able to appreciate this about me, and I've been able to appreciate it about myself, about clarity above confusion. This is something that I truly do believe in, and that I am in place to be that clarity above confusion. There is a lot of confusion out there about being clarity above confusion. This clarity above confusion is literally the truth. I feel like a lot of people don't have it. They don't have the truth. They don't have the truth in a general sense, and they don't have the truth in their own life. Like, who are they? Like, what are they about? There's a lot of character and a lot of role play that's happening out there that is super frustrating. That's fraudulent. There's a lot of scamming occurring out there. I'm kind of in the genre of how to be yourself, how to believe in yourself, how to identify yourself, your truth, and why this matters. My truth doesn't need to be anybody else's truth. If somebody is living a lie, or if they're existing in a lie, they will never truly be satisfied in life or completely fulfilled within themselves, to where they're not looking and seeking and trying to find meaning in their life. Like, people can be subjected to doing things that are not of good character just because they didn't have any identity in their own character whatsoever. But basically, believe in something or fall for anything. That's just basically what I'm saying with that. If anybody's in a lot of confusion, they will have no clue what to believe in. Being the clarity above confusion means to be the light in the dark. That's all right, so that's what I believe my position is as a mother, and that's what I am, and that's what I'm saying, and that's my position in life. That's my truth, and that's where all the value is with me. I probably shouldn't say that, since there's a lot of people that probably don't like me. Being somebody that has fans, but they're not all good fans. To just be very cautious. The best security that we can have in life is the security within ourselves. Insecurities can take somebody to places they never wanted to be ever. So being secure in ourselves, like, I am the 6'3" muscle man, like, in my life, like, or 6'7" with the big muscles on steroids. The 400-pound gorilla, like, that's me. I'm the security to myself. We have to have this type of responsibility to ourselves and security within ourselves. That's like a great percentage. If not 100%, it's at least 90% preventative to any cause out there. It's protective. So being secure, being sure of yourself, being confident, having your truth, you have a lot with you already with that. The insecurity of that within myself is almost eliminated just in the ability that I have to be everything and more to myself. Like, what type of power do I have if my life is ruled by a cat? Like, oh, Kamogi. Kamogi is our emotional support animal. My emotional support animal. This is also my daughter's cat. Kamogi will be 3 this year. That's so exciting, Kamogi. Kamogi's gonna be 3. Say hi. Pharaoh is our second cat. Pharaoh's like, I'm not second. I'm second to none. Huh, Pharaoh? Say, I'm Golden Boy. Don't ever call me second. Golden Boy Pharaoh is another cat of ours. So we have cats. They have their own TikTok, Kamogi and Pharaoh. Kamogi and Pharaoh on TikTok. They sometimes make special appearances on my channels. That's who we are. So happy Mother's Day, everybody. Being a mother is a position of power to make the most of this life with ourselves and to teach that same kind of power to our children, especially our daughters. I just believe in that completely, like a gazillion percent. We require a lot of attention, like special love, and that it's necessary for a daughter to have her mother. My position in her life is incredibly valuable to her, and she's able to see that. She celebrates me the same way that I celebrate her. It's just so beautiful. Everybody else has to respect it. And that's my message today on Mother's Day. See the description box for the links of my merch, some of the decor that I have. My podcast link is also in the description box. As if anything that I said is resonates with you, to share your experiences in the comment section. That's what the comment section is there for. It also provides me with the opportunity to interact with all of my subscribers, my YouTube community. I believe that there's a need for what I do. There's a serious need for what I do. There's almost a demand. I do feel called. I very much feel called to be what I'm being right now, and that's just being myself and living in my truth and being this clarity above confusion, I think the evolution of my channel will definitely be visibly obvious. Tap that notification bell when you subscribe to a better you, to the greater truth of you. Subscribe to your best life. Okay. Share the content. If there's something that you found valuable, don't be stingy and greedy. Like, share the content, share the value that I am sharing on this platform with my podcast. And this is a great way to support me because I'm independent. I don't have a team in place, not yet. Well, I do have friends. My friends are in my head. You know, I talk to them. Nobody else can see them. I've always been this way, the quiet girl in the room with the imaginary friend. I think that's a truth about me that a lot of people that a lot of people don't know. But yeah, I've been a little bit of a weirdo. What they call it these days though is antisocial. Homegirl Hell is the channel where I'll be talking about my mental health. It is not a crime to be experiencing mental health crisis. Mental illness is not a crime anymore. Everybody that's antisocial is not Jeffrey Dahmer. Anyways, why is that funny? I don't know. I always felt like I was like people look at me like I'm from a different planet. I think that's just my power. I have no idea. It is uncomfortable, but it's okay. I've been the elephant in the room and I'm not gonna make myself small to make anybody else comfortable, period. Thanks for watching. Royalty in Real Life Podcast, subscribe. I'm on Apple and Spotify. Spotify and Apple in that order. Thanks, bye.